So, Chihuahua, I saw your response to my response to your response to my video about the cosmological argument. I think that's right. And yeah, it's been a long time since you made it, I know. But I had to take some time because it pissed me off. So here's the thing. I finally made it through it without wanting to strangle my monitor. So yeah, I took some notes and I want to get this off my chest, and I'm not even going to be bothered learning my notes properly and make a scripted video out of it. But let's do this.
Are you really suggesting William Lane Craig believes there is no empirical support for creation ex nihilo?
Well, you can read Craig's own words here, and I'm linking below. Basically, he's saying, and I quote, "It is, I think, generally acknowledged that there is no adequate extant definition of causality to date." Adequate definition meaning one according to which God could have caused the universe. That is the context in which he is saying this. You can check it out yourself. So he's basically saying straight out that there is no evidence for the kind of causation you're talking about.
You're using an argument that William Lane Craig does not agree with to make his first premise say something he does not say in order to make it look like he's committing a logical fallacy.
Except that he does say that everything that begins to exist has a cause for its existence. Everything, including things that begin to exist ex nihilo, and those don't have causes, as I have established in 2 videos now. You haven't addressed any of my actual cases against it, by the way. Look, the argument rests on the ambiguity of begin to exist. Do you mean begin to exist ex materia? Do you mean begin to exist ex nihilo? That's an equivocation fallacy. All feathers are light. Things that are light are not dark. Therefore, no feathers are dark. Does the fact that I don't specify which definition of light I'm using make this argument valid?
As you wrote in the video, the fallacy of equivocation is assuming what is true of one definition of a word must be true of another. If by light you mean the same thing in both P1 and P2, then it isn't an equivocation fallacy. This is what you seem to believe we are saying. However, once again, William Lane Craig never actually made this argument.
No. I think what you're saying is that everything that begins to exist has a cause for its existence. No matter how fundamentally different it might be from things that we actually know have a cause for its existence. That's the problem here. The first premise is really just a presupposition, isn't it? Tell me, Chihuahua, are you, in fact, going full Sci-10? I presuppose that it's true, so it must be. Dude, never go full Sci-10. Here's an analogy. Premise 1. All numbers fail to satisfy the equation x equals 2x. Duh, I mean, it's obviously impossible for a number to be double itself. That's just silly. What are you, stupid? Premise 2. 0 is a number. Conclusion. Therefore, 0 fails to satisfy x equals 2x. Look, there's a problem with premise 1. I'll grant you that all non-zero numbers... I said all numbers in general!
Really, you have only ever observed a few specific examples of material things requiring a cause to begin to exist. So what makes you think the next material thing that comes about will require a cause?
Well, physics.
If we apply the same reasoning the atheists are using, We have no justification for this because while we may have observed, say, forks requiring causes to begin to exist, we have never observed, say, stars requiring a cause to begin to exist.
Actually, yeah, we have. We actually know how stars form. I'm kind of surprised you say that, given that...
I've taken both courses in physics and philosophy.
Let that sink in, people.
I've taken both courses in physics and philosophy. We have never observed, say, stars requiring a cause to begin to exist. I've taken both courses in physics and philosophy. We have never observed, say, stars requiring a cause to begin to exist.
Okay, I know you're all waiting for it. Here it comes.
Gravity, you fucking retard! Gravity! Have you ever heard of fucking gravity? Gravity!
To limit causes to the material seems quite arbitrary. That is, of course, when you do not consider the fact that these are atheists making the argument to avoid the conclusion that God exists.
No, it's intellectual honesty. We have no knowledge of the immaterial. We can't investigate it. We can't say anything about it. But I also made a case for why time can't be caused to begin, and I'm still waiting for you to address that.
According to the Christian idea of creation ex nihilo, there was never a time before the universe. Really, there is no change from nothing to something.
So we're in agreement! There was no transition. So you're arguing that a transition that never occurred was the result of conditions that never applied. And you don't think that's stupid?
What you are really suggesting is that if the universe were to begin to exist, since it isn't a case where something comes from something else, it doesn't require a cause. So what you are saying is that things can come from nothing for no reason at all.
At this point, I actually had to reach for a bottle. You watched my video. You even responded to it. Remember this? In the absence of a universe will begin spontaneously. I didn't say things. I said universe. I even specified the condition required. You have explicitly said that I said something you know I didn't say. Now, that's a straw man fallacy, a fallacy that you will have the balls to accuse me of later on. Look, unlike you, I'm actually gonna play the clips I have, but I'm gonna play them again just so you can see the error here.
So what you are saying is that things can come from nothing for no reason at all.
In the absence of a universe will begin spontaneously.
Things.
Out Chihuahua, you are dishonest.
Surely as an atheist you've heard of Immanuel Kant's famous claim that existence isn't a property of things.
Yes, of course I have. We hear all about that in atheist Sunday school. You know, right before we sacrifice a baby to Darwin. Are you actually saying this? Look, I've heard the claim, of course, but not because I'm an atheist. It's because I actually listen to stuff like that. You do know that atheism isn't some belief system or school of philosophy, right? And it's not a religion either, for that matter. It's a lack of belief in gods. That's it.
The reason this is the case is because existence isn't essential to anything. It is possible to list all the properties of any object and for it to not exist. However, obviously some things do exist. Since existence isn't a property of these things, they must participate in existence with something that cannot be conceived without existence.
Okay, no. There's nothing logically impossible about nothing existing. I can definitely conceive of this essential thing not existing. Second,
something that cannot be conceived without existence. Existence isn't essential to anything. Something that cannot be conceived without existence. Existence isn't essential to anything. Strangely, you want to say William Lane Craig's premises are founded on physics, but you also want to say they are not founded on physics because physics doesn't talk about causality. So William Lane Craig is not even wrong. I'm sorry, but you can't say William Lane Craig is wrong when he says his arguments are philosophical arguments. It's physics, and then say he's wrong because his arguments are not physics.
You know, it's funny you should say that and not play the clip where I say that Craig making a statement about the physical universe doesn't count as a statement about the physical universe, in other words, physics, unless he uses proper physics terminology. How come you didn't play the clip where I say that? Oh, right, it's because I didn't.
So stop setting up straw men and actually address what William Lane Craig says.
I should stop setting up straw men. Me. I should do that. You are telling me that I should not build straw men, but actually address the argument. Holy projection, Batman! I'm done with you.